Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're coming across this channel for the first time, in tech.sam I talk about everything DevOps, I talk about everything cloud computing and tech in general. So if this sounds like something that you're actually interested in, kindly subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you get notified once I post more good content. So today we'll continue our 100 days of DevOps and today is day 5. So yesterday and day before yesterday, we learned our first automation tool, which is the shell scripting, which helps us to automate some things that we will do manually, some commands that we'll write manually on the terminal. So when you automate those things, there are some times that we need those commands to run at some particular period of time, maybe at some particular time of the day. Say you want a script that will run at 2 p.m. every day, or you want a script that will run at 6 p.m. every Friday. So this is where we're going to learn our second automation tool, which is Cron. So Cron, we call it Cron Job. Cron Job is a time-based job scheduler in Unix or Linux system. So Cron is basically a scheduler that says do this thing at this particular time. So you can put whatever it is. You can say echo the time is this at this particular time, or you can have, if you have a script just like the one we wrote yesterday, you know, it's good to always check the status of your virtual machines. Say you can take logs every day, you can take logs every Friday. So you want to automate that. You don't want to be there to always do everything. So this is where cron comes in. So you can say run this script every Friday at this particular time. So basically this is the concept of what cron is about. It's just a scheduler. It's a scheduler that helps you to run a command at a certain time. And cron is basically, this is the format of cron. It has 5 stars, and each star represents something. The first star to the left represents the minute of the day. The second star is the hour. Then the third star is the day of the week. The fourth star is the month of the year, and the last is the week of the day of the week rather. So that's it. Let's go to our terminal. So the first thing I want to show is I want to show cat/etc/cron tab. So when I run this, it just shows the same thing. It just gives you details on what is expected of you. So you can see it's the same thing. So this particular part that are not commented out, they are jobs that your system have been pre-configured on your virtual machines to run at so time. So this is 17. So run every 17 minutes. This is what this particular first one is saying, and just same with the others. This is run by 6:25 a.m. every day. This is run by 6:47 a.m. every day, and this is run by 6. Okay, this has 7. So and 7 is Sunday. So run at 6:47 a.m. every Sunday. While this last one is you're running at 6:52 a.m. on every first of the month. So this is basically how cron is structured. There is no, it's a very simple thing. So this video is actually not going to be long because cron is something that is really simple and straightforward. It's not complex at all. So I'm going to clear my screen. So with this knowledge, we are going to do one or two things and then we'll call it a day. So yesterday I went ahead and modified my script. So I have my system health script. So if I click on this, so I added some things to make my script more attractive. So if I run this script and I click on enter, so this is what you get. System health report for today, the uptime, the disk usage, the CPU load, the memory usage, the top 5 memory consuming processes, the network information, system information, and it shows health check complete. So you can always, like I said, you can modify your script to your taste. However you want your script to be like, you can actually modify. So we are going to work with this particular script, and we will see how to schedule this particular script to run at a certain time. So but before we go into that, let's understand in cron there are basically two commands you need to be familiar with, and that is cron tab -e and cron tab -l. Those are the two commands that you are supposed to be familiar with in when it comes to cron. So what does cron tab -e do? Cron tab -e basically is what is used to schedule your job. So if you want to schedule a job, you use cron tab -e. I've opened this before, but if you're opening it for the first time, you might be asked to select what editor. So when you see the editor, you don't panic. You will see Nano editor, you see Vim editor. So for me, I'm very comfortable with using Vim. But if you're comfortable with using Nano, then please you can choose Nano, because I think the default is always Nano. So if you're okay with Nano, then you choose Nano. But if you want the Vim, you can just choose the option. I think that's option 2 or option 3. It gives you the option to choose the Vim editor. So once you do that, it's a one-time thing. So once you write your cron tab -e, it doesn't request for that again. So and what does cron tab -l does? It just lists your jobs. So I don't have any jobs, so that's why I'm not seeing anything here. It's just showing this text that was in cron tab -e when we wrote that. So I don't have any job. By the time we schedule a job, you're going to see it. You're going to see it on that. So without wasting much time, let's go ahead and schedule our first job. So let's do something simple at first before we go into something more complex. So let's do cron tab -e. So I'm going to enter the insert mode. So I want to echo I love DevOps. I want to echo I love DevOps every 2 minutes, and I want to redirect the output of that command to a file. That's basically what I want to do. I want to echo I love DevOps every minute. Let me use every minute so we don't waste time. So I want to echo I love DevOps every minute, and I don't want it to display that. I want it to redirect that output to a file every minute. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's first define our 5 stars. So this helps in reducing confusion. So I will still go back to fine tune that. So what is the command? Just like here. So after you do your 5 stars, then you add the command to be executed. So after you've done this, then you add the command to be executed. It's as simple as that. There's no biggie. There's no need for you to get so worked up. So I want to echo I love DevOps. So like I said, these are just things that helps you to automate a lot of things that you would manually do. Test file dot txt. Okay, now let me cron file dot txt. So now I want to echo I love DevOps to cron file dot txt. But how often do I want to echo? Now, if I want to echo it every 2 minutes. When you want to echo every minute, I'm going to go back here. You can see this place here where my cursor is. You can see that to do something every 15 minutes, you have the first star, then you do /15. So now what is the difference? If you don't do /15, it means that you're running this job like in the 15th minute of maybe every hour or something. So it's not usually advisable. It's better to put the /15. So for example, now if I have 15 and I have, let's say I'm running a 24 hours time configuration. So I will do if I do 15:15. So that means I want to echo I love DevOps to this file every 15 minutes past 3 p.m. So once it is 3:15 every day, it's going to echo this. Once it is 3:15 every day, because 15 is if you're doing the 24 hours, 15 is 3 p.m. So while 15 minutes past 3. So basically this is what it means, but that is not what I want. I'm going to do this. I'm going to also do this and put a slash. So this means I want to echo I love DevOps into cron file.txt every minute. So let's save this and let's hope it works. So when I do cron tab -l, so earlier we're not seeing this, but when you do this now, it shows you the cron jobs that you've scheduled. So if you've scheduled 15 cron jobs, it's going to show all 15. And let me do ls. So when you do ls, we're not seeing any file called cron-file.txt. That's because it is going to create the file once it is once the time for your job to run has reached. So let's clear and let's do ls. Let's see if it has created it. You're supposed to wait for a minute, so I would just pause the video and come back after a few seconds. All right, so we have our cron file.txt. It has been created, and if I cut into it, cron file.txt, you can see I love DevOps in cron file.txt. If I do not stop this cron job, it's going to keep writing I love DevOps into the cron file. So I'm just going to leave it like that, and I'm just going to probably create another cron job. But before I do that, let me just leave it for it to write into this file again for another 1 minute while I explain one or two things. So just like I said, the script that we wrote yesterday, which is the health check script, in a production environment, you want to check the health status of your virtual machines, and you wouldn't want to display, you wouldn't want to be displaying the status on the screen. So what system administrators do is that they redirect the output of this particular script into a log file and that log file is kept somewhere. So what they do is that once it has been redirected into a log file, the log file is then taken and then it is being analyzed. So you can use that for your health check report, just to confirm if everything is fine with your system. And if you notice that there's any issues, then you can now troubleshoot. If the memory is full, you add more memory. If the CPU is full, you add more CPU, more processor. So basically this is a production level something that is being done even up until today. So this is still very, very much relevant up until today. So back to our cron job. So we'll notice that if I cut again, so like I said, it will keep writing into this cron file every minute until I delete the cron job. So I'm going to do cron tab -e, and I'm going to modify this. I'm not going to delete it, but I'm going to modify this, and so that our system check would be redirected into a file. So basically it's just the same thing. So we'll do /home/system-health.sh. So if you've been following the series, you would remember we created this particular file yesterday, which is used to check the system health. So we can name it system log.txt. So let's wait and let's confirm that our cron job is saved. Okay, so now if you notice, I used the absolute part. I did that because there are sometimes that it's better to use the absolute part of a script, because you might not be in that particular directory at the time that you're running that script. So you want to ensure that wherever you are on your terminal, so that script, it's still going to run wherever, regardless of where you are in your terminal. So it's better, for best practice, it's better for you to define the absolute part of that particular script. So not using the relative part. So if you still don't understand, or probably if you are watching this video for the first time and you've not seen the other previous videos of this series, and you're wondering what absolute and relative part is, you can go back and watch the day 2 video. So that was properly explained, the difference between the absolute part and the relative part. So let's see if our system log.txt file has been created. So we have our system log.txt file. So if I should cut into this, I expect to see the system information of my VM. Awesome. So this is it. So status report, the time is the correct time here, and then this is the uptime. It has been up for 1 hour 16 minutes, and this is basically all that has been defined in our script. So you can try this. This is just the whole concept around cron jobs. It's not something, it's not a big deal, but it's something that is very, very powerful and very, very useful today in system administration and even in DevOps. So it's very, very useful also because you really want to get the more information from time to time. It's part of the whole concept of automation. Since we talked about bash scripting yesterday, today we're talking about cron tab. All this fits into the grand scheme or the grand picture of automation, which DevOps is here to achieve. So that said, I'm going to see you again tomorrow. Like I said, if this content is something that you're really interested in, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. You can also share to anybody that is also interested in sharpening their DevOps skill, or who is considering a career path and is considering DevOps. So we are going to take this step by step. So you're going to get carried along and you're going to understand and see how beautiful DevOps is and what DevOps has come to solve. So till we see you again tomorrow. Cheers.